being pretty, powerful, and purposeful, being a true testament that everything I've been through, am going through, and will go through has just been a blessing in disguise, and paving the way for Jasmine Lynn Enterprises to be known around the world. I'm an author, speaker, minister, Black mental health matters advocate, and God's voice for the millennial generation. I am Jasmine Lynn Pope, and I am turning my wildest dreams into the greatest reality. Hey everyone, it is Saturday, 6:00 p.m. and you know what time it is. It is our time for Purpose Talk. I am so honored and excited to be here with you. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jasmine Lynn Pope, and I am the CEO of Jasmine Lynn Enterprises. Jasmine Lynn Enterprises encompasses my personal brand, which is mainly geared towards my speaking services as well as being an author. It encompasses my first brand, Blessings in Disguise Counseling and Coaching, where I provide mental health services primarily to African American women who are looking to overcome the mental, spiritual, and emotional barriers that are hindering them from fully walking in their God-given purpose. And then I am also the host of the Pretty Powerful Purposeful Conference, where we bring women together who want to level up in their purpose, just being better in their faith, their fitness, their fashion, their finances, and so much more. So it is just an honor to be here with you all again for some Purpose Talk. This is where we have our weekly conversation on how to improve our lives so that we can walk in our God-given purpose, how He wants us to. For those of you who don't know my brands are all about purpose. From, my personal brand to the conference, you are going to, if you're connected to me, you are going to walk fully in your purpose. I believe in it. I'm a true testament that when you trust God and you seek healing, He will just take you to levels that you never thought that you would go to in your purpose, because you are doing exactly what you were created for. So once again, thank you for tuning in with me. Let's jump into the show. So for those of you who don't know, this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so this month is filled with so many different things that we put our awareness on. But I want to take the beginning of this show to highlight some things about domestic violence, because I feel like there are so many things that we don't understand when it comes to domestic violence, especially in the African American community. And a lot of times, when we think about domestic violence or we hear about it, in whatever circumstance it may be, a lot of people are like, why didn't they just walk away? Why would you stay? You're better than that. But domestic violence is more than just physical violence. It deals with the mental, the emotional aspect of how a person utilizes their power and control to manipulate those things and make a man or a woman, because domestic violence can be towards men and women, how they make them feel about themselves, and just how they feel that they have no control or that they could not get out of that situation. And so I want to read off a couple statistics that I found, because I think they're quite alarming, especially as it relates to our community. And so let's look at these things. It says more than 40% of Black women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. 40%. That is an alarming number. It also says that Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be murdered by men than white women. That's a lot, right? There is one more statistic, and it says that a report found that 53.8% of Black women had experienced psychological abuse, while 41.2% of Black women had experienced physical abuse. So it is more than just the physical. This is a psychological battle that our women are finding themselves in. And so I just want to take a moment to say that if you are connected to someone who may be experiencing domestic violence, is not always the easiest thing for a woman to hear, just walk away. You're better than this. You deserve better, because of that mental, emotional, psychological component that is attached to it. Be there, support them, encourage them, empower them, lift them up, so that they are built up within themselves to be able to make that step. A lot of times the woman's safety is compromised, and so telling them to just leave is a hard thing to do, and it may not even always be physical safety, right? A lot of women who find themselves in these positions don't have the financial safety to be able to walk away, and so it is easier for them to stay, knowing that at the end of the day, I may have a meal, I have a house, I have everything I need, versus walking away and not knowing what resources are out there for them. So within the city of Toledo, there are so many resources to be able to help women who are experiencing domestic violence, to help them get out, to allow them to have that safety net. And so just, being able to be connected to someone who can provide those resources to you. Today I am wearing a shirt. It says Confidence, My Confidence for 13. This is a brand by my big sis, Ronche Allison, who is a domestic violence survivor. And so part of her platform is to bring awareness to what domestic violence is and how it impacts the lives of people, but to also show that you can overcome it. And so she is developing a brand that brings awareness to this, but also is connected to what I do, right? Being physically, mentally, emotionally healthy, and to have the confidence in God that He can do anything, that He gives us strength to overcome anything that we are going through. And so I just want to take a moment out to salute her for all that she is doing, that she has done, and that she will do in this community. You are truly an inspiration to women all over this city, showing that with God you can do anything. And so I just want to use that as an encouragement for any woman who is going out there, whether you are in a domestic violence situation, whether you feel like you just don't know the direction that your life is headed, you feel like you're stuck and stagnant and just want to see change in your life. Put your confidence and your trust in God. He is the one who can and will get you through, right? So let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back after this. Hey guys, this is a quick commercial break just to let you know that I wrote a book. Yep, that's right. Your girl Jasmine wrote a book, and it is titled In the Middle, Learning How to Navigate the Process to Purpose. In this book, you get a real life touch with seeing how I've gone through my life and how I was able to use the various experiences that I've gone through to find my purpose, as well as spiritual, inspirational, and motivational messages that will help encourage you to find your purpose and walk fully in that, or take it to the next level. This book is something that you need in your possession. It's for you, it's for your girlfriends, it's for your guy friends, it's for your church groups, it's for whoever. So make sure you go to the website www.blessingsinthesky.com and get your copy today. In the Middle, Learning How to Navigate the Process to Purpose. You need this. All right, let's get back to the show. All right, guys, so thank you for tuning into that commercial. Let's get into our topic for today. So today, this week, I've really been in deep study and concentration as it relates to faith. And so I want to focus on the topic for today of, have you had your faith checkup, right? Have you had your faith checkup? Because, we are in a time and a place, especially with COVID going around, with the flu season coming up and so many things, that, we are encouraged to seek medical attention for everything, right? Making sure that we are physically fit to endure day to day, because the better physically fit that we are, then that means that we can overcome better these viruses and diseases that are out there, right? And so we are encouraged not only to see the doctor, but we're encouraged to engage in exercise. We're encouraged to increase our fruit and vegetable intake to make sure we're getting the vitamins and the nutrients that we need. We're encouraged to make sure that we're getting enough water into our system, to flush out any toxins, and just to make sure that we're staying hydrated, and, just being the best physically that we are supposed to be. And with so much awareness that is going on in regards to our physical health, I have just paid attention and noticed that a lot of times we neglect our spiritual health, right? We neglect making sure that we are in the best position that we can be as it relates to where we are in our relationship with God, but most importantly, where is our faith level, right? And so God gave me this specific topic to say, have you had your faith checkup? When is the last time that you really sat down and assessed, where am I spiritually? Where am I in my level of faith? Right? One of the first scriptures that many of us learn is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And really we apply that to blessings, right? What am I seeking God for? What am I looking for him to manifest in my life to say that I truly trust and believe in him? And while, yes, we look to God to bless us with things and, in our business, in our personal lives, in so many areas, where is your faith to just know where you are as it stands to trusting in God on a day-to-day basis? Where is your faith level to know that I am not seeking God necessarily for any tangible thing, but I am seeking to draw closer to him? We are in a time and a place where we need to truly be assessing where our faith level is and doing the things that are necessary to increase our faith, right? In this time where we have been not in necessarily the church building per se, it is time for us as the church to truly live out, be about the principles that are established in the Word of God, right? And so whether you're looking at the book of Genesis or you're looking at the book of Revelation, you will find so many stories of faith. Faith, by definition, is belief, trust, and loyalty to a person or a thing. And so, in this time, we are not being so faithful to the building of the church, right? We're not able to go in each and every Sunday because we're maintaining social distance due to COVID restraints and things of that nature. However, this is a time where we have really had to learn who we are and where our belief and trust is in God outside of a building, right? It's good to gather together among the saints and be in fellowship and, be able to praise and everything like that. But this has really caused us to be able to have to look at ourselves and see where we are. Because outside of a run, jump, shout, and a dance, outside of hearing the music and being swayed emotionally, outside of hearing the preacher and, being moved by his words, we have to know who we are and where we stand with God. Once again, faith, the belief, the trust, and the loyalty to a person or a thing. And so we are looking to see where we truly stand with God, right? And so we have to, as we look at these different Bible stories and situations, we have the power and the ability to see that faith has the power to change, right? Faith has the power to change who we are, where we are, what we believe, right? Because a lot of times we are looking, when we talk about faith, we are looking at it from a personal, a physical, a natural stance, right? And so many times we are looking at the relationships that we have had in our personal lives and saying, okay, do I really believe in this person? Do I really trust them? Am I really loyal to them? And sometimes our faith level is so low in people because they hurt us, they disappointed us, they didn't follow through on their word. We see how, we're dealing with so much racism and hatred and police brutality and all of those different things. And so our faith and our trust in man is diminishing day by day. However, while there are circumstances that would show that maybe we should not trust in man and what they say or what they do, oftentimes we apply those same beliefs and those same principles to the God that we serve. And we have to remember that God is not those, he's not those people. God takes us through certain things to enhance who we are, to build us, to strengthen us, to draw us closer to him. And sometimes we look at him and we see those things that he's doing in our lives, and we feel like maybe he's punishing us, or maybe he is treating us the same way that people here on earth are. But he is not. He is not doing any of the things that he has done to you, will do to you, or is currently doing to you to make you draw away from him, but he's doing it to draw you closer to him, right? Because faith has the power to change, and God is wanting to change you. He's wanting to change your mindset so that you will not look at him as we look at the world, right? But that we will truly look at him and how we're supposed to, as the God who can do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can ask or think. He is the God who can heal. He is the God who can deliver. He's the God who can save. He's the God who can make nothing out of something and something out of nothing. He's the God that just is above all that we know, because in our natural sense we can only see so much, right? And that's where that scripture, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Sometimes the things that we see, we feel like that is all there is to it, but it's not. God has so much more that he wants us to see. And so we have to truly understand, if we, not only if we're putting our faith in other people, but are we putting more faith in ourselves than in God, right? Because a lot of times, especially in this time where, and I might have said it on another show, there's this hot word, there's this, topic of manifestation, right? And we believe that just because we say it, that it happened. And yes, that's true, because God has the ability to take the words that we say and make manifest of what we speak out, right? But that does not mean that the power is truly within us. And a lot of times we believe that, oh, I spoke that thing and it happened. We don't give the credit to the one that the credit is truly due, because we can't do anything without God. I will say that again. We cannot do anything without God, period. And that which may come that is not necessarily of God is because he wants us to see that this is what you were asking for, so that we know that we cannot truly just rely on ourselves or believe that it's just because of whatever we say and we speak, because everything that we say and we speak has consequences, whether that is good or bad. But many times we are putting so much faith in ourselves that we forget who it is that really gives us the things that we are destined to have. And so I want you to be able to see that we need to look at where our faith truly is. A lot of times in what I do with my clients, I use scales, right? And I use, scale from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best, or you can even make it wider, 0 to 100, right? Give yourself a little bit more wiggle room to say, okay, on this scale, where is my faith at today? Why is it this way? What has happened in my life that has put my faith at this level, and what do I need to do to change it, right? Do I need to separate myself from some people who have been negative in my life so that I can change my perspective, I can change my outlook on life and not see it just from the basis of how I look at these people, but really looking at it how God needs me to see it, right? So do I need to change my circumstances? Do I need to change my environment? Do I need to take time to truly pray more about what it is that I'm desiring and seeking from God, and just be able to hear his voice more clearly? Because a lot of times we're hearing ourselves. We're hearing what we want to hear and not what God is truly saying. Do I need to fast? Do I need to take a moment to push away the plate? Do I need to take a moment to get off of social media? Do I need to take a moment away of doing certain activities to be able to spend more time in God's presence, and to humble myself in such a way that I'm giving up what my flesh, my desires are, to be able to hear and get the desires of God, right? We are looking at those things to be able to truly assess, to truly see, to truly strengthen who we are, where we're going in our lives, and what we need from God. And so I want you to take a moment, as you're watching this and really do that scale, right? Like, this isn't something that we're just saying to say. I don't come on this show every week just to be speaking, but I'm really giving you things that I implement within myself, right? What am I looking at in my life? Where do I see my faith level? Do I have the capacity to truly believe that whatever I'm asking for from God, He will make it happen? And if He doesn't make it happen, do I still have the faith to believe that He will bless me with what I need in this moment and not what I think that I need, right? So I encourage you today, take a moment to truly do a faith checkup. Sit down, be honest with yourself. A lot of times we don't want to confront those hard, tough things that might be changing how we see ourselves, how we see God, and how we see other people. But I always say this, there is healing in your vulnerability. Yes, God knows what you've been through. Yes, God knows what you feel. Yes, God knows what you're thinking, but He needs you to open your mouth. He needs you to take a true assessment of what it is that you are dealing with, and then be able to allow Him to come in the midst of all of that and heal you, to change you, to develop you, to grow you, to strengthen you in that, right? So to be open and honest with yourself, talk about those things with God, or seek some spiritual help, some mental help, whatever it is that you need. Get a person who will help you be able to open up and truly go through this process of seeing why your faith is in the place that it is, and not only where it is currently, but help you to be able to strengthen it, to increase it, to develop it, and to change it to where it needs to go. I'm a true testament that if you take an open and honest look at where your faith level is, if you're open and honest enough to say, God, I know it's not where I need it to be, but I'm willing to work with you to see that it will change, I believe that you will see your life change to a whole nother level. So today, take a moment, write it down, talk it out, whatever. But make sure that you do what is necessary to have that faith checkup. We check up on so many other things. We're checking Facebook and who's liking our posts and who's doing this and who's doing that. Like I said, we go to the doctor and we make sure that when we're having that physical issue that we check up on it. But oftentimes we're neglecting that spiritual faith side of things. It is necessary for you to take a faith checkup. All right, guys, that is our topic for today. Let's take another quick break and we'll come back and end the show. One of the gifts that God gave me was the ability to use my voice to impact the generations. He gave me an ability to be able to speak on a variety of topics, but especially those that are most important to me. Those topics deal with mental health. I am honored to be able to be a speaker within the state of Ohio as well as nationally, sharing this gift with so many women. And so I just wanted to come and share a few opportunities that you have to be able to hear me speak. So the first one is for the Daughters Den, which is a nonprofit organization which serves as an intergenerational healing space for Black women and girls. And they are having an online virtual kickoff on Sunday, November the 1st of this year from 12 to 3 p.m. And you can register for that event at thedaughter'sden.org/kickoff-retreat. My friend Quanisha Gibson is the CEO of this nonprofit organization, and I'm just so honored to be able to share with her and her entire team, as well as all of the attendees and the other phenomenal speakers who will be a part of this event. This is a free event, so make sure that you get registered ASAP. And then the following weekend, I will also be speaking for the Professional Pretty Conference, which is hosted by my sister and my business coach, Morgan A. Owens of the Morgan A. Owens brand out of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is a conference that is so amazing because it not only speaks to those of us who are in entrepreneurship, but it speaks to the professional woman and helps us to just make sure that we have all the skills and the tools that we need to be the boss babes that we are. And so this conference incorporates a relaxation night as well as a main day of conferences, the main day of the conference, speakers, as well as on Sunday, a self-care day, which is where I will be speaking. So make sure that you go to eventbrite.com, type in Professional Pretty Conference, and you will find all of the information there to make sure that you get registered. Jasmine is speaking at these events, and I want to be able to see you on the screen when I'm doing these events. So make sure that you go to both of the websites, thedaughter'sden.org as well as eventbrite.com, and type in Professional Pretty and make sure you get registered. You don't want to miss these events. All right, let's get back to the show. All right, guys, so I want to thank you for tuning in again to another amazing episode of Purpose Talk. I have had such a great time being able to just come on and share with you. Don't forget to make sure that you like, share, and comment on this video. Share it with all of your friends, all of your family. We're on Facebook at Jasmine Lynn Enterprises. We're on YouTube, Jasmine Lynn Pope. You can check me out on my website, www.blessingsinDisguise.com, for more information about what's going on with me, to seek out services, or just to read some of the blogs that are on there, to get some motivation and some inspiration. Like I said at the beginning, my purpose is to help you find your purpose and eliminate those mental, emotional, and spiritual barriers that are preventing you from walking fully in your God-given purpose. So I hope that this Purpose Talk helps you to increase your faith, to strengthen your faith, and to truly put your faith in God and not in yourself and not in other people. All right, until next Saturday, 6 p.m., same time, same place. I'm Jasmine Lynn Pope, checking out. Love y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.